Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Robby. This is my craft corner. Oh wait, that's the one for the vacuum. Wrong remote. My bad. Let's go ahead and try that again really quick. This is my craft corner. And recently, I was scrolling through YouTube, like I do, and I found this really cool video where this guy repaints cheap Halloween masks, and I thought this was the coolest thing ever. So I decided to try it out myself. Let's go to Spirit Halloween. Oh, I really like this one. Okay, now that we have our Halloween masks, it's time to paint them. Okay guys, so I'm actually gonna be working with a new tool today. I'm learning a new craft. So I actually got this airbrush today, and I've never airbrushed anything in my life, but I've always thought it looked really fun, and it seemed like something I've always wanted to try. Now I hooked this up. Anyone who's an experienced airbrusher, feel free to yell at me down in the comments and tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I love to learn. But anyway, I think I just turn it on like that. It's kind of loud, so I already apologize for how loud it is. I'm also going to be wearing a mask, so it's going to just sound really muffled the entire time. This way I don't inhale the paint, but it's going to be really loud and I really apologize. So the first mask that I'm going to paint is probably going to be the easiest one. I'm doing Jason from Friday the 13th. We're starting off simple, and then we're going to go a little bit more complicated. Add a solid layer of white primer to the whole thing. So I'm actually going to put my new toy away for a second. I kind of want to sand this down a little bit to kind of like rough it up so the paint actually sticks to this mask. Kind of dust that off a little bit. Let's go ahead and dust this off a little bit. Okay, that's nice and scuffed up. Now it's time to paint it. Okay guys, the Jason mask is all primed and ready to go. It looks exactly how it started basically. No real difference yet, but we're about to change that. Like I said, I've never used this medium of craft before. I spent $400 at Michael's today so that I could do this. I bought all the different kinds of paints. I'm so excited. I'm ready to go. This is the first time I'm ever painting something with an airbrush. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna be wearing a mask, so I apologize if it sounds like I'm really muffled. And also you're gonna hear this annoying thing in the background. So basically, from what I understand, is you take the paint that you want, then you put it into this little bowl thing right here. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Put the cap on. I have to get my gloves on. I don't want my hands to get covered in paint. So the first step to using this airbrush is I have to make his mask look really dirty, which makes this the perfect opportunity for me to learn how to use this because I've never used it before. So, you know, perfection is not in the cards with this. Oh, shoot. I forgot I had pink in here. How's that? Oh, that's a little better. I put like a brownish. There's still so much pink. That's so funny. But yeah, I put like kind of like a brown tint in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of cover the mask in like this brownish tint. So we're just gonna slowly kind of like circle the outside. The outside is a dirty boy. It's very dirty on the outside. Oh, I need to put on my mask. Okay, so now that I'm all done with that, it looks like they went in with a paintbrush. Oh no, I think I messed up. It's all coming off. What have I done? But they went in with a paintbrush and they just started doing this. But I don't think I'm doing it right. And all the bristles are coming off. Oh my goodness, what am I doing wrong? No! Like all of it's coming off now. What have I done? I'm gonna let it dry with this fan maybe. You know, I was pretty excited for this airbrush, but it's turning out to be a little bit harder than I thought. I think it's this paintbrush's fault. I'm gonna try it this time with this brush. Oh my gosh. This was the brush I was supposed to use. I now see the error of my ways. I mean, it still looks kind of cool, but I'm gonna have to touch it up. So now I'm going to go in with some brown acrylic paint, and I'm actually just going to brush it on this time. A boopity boop. Fun fact, guys, I got this paint when I was in high school. I got this from my art class, I'm pretty sure. And that would have probably been close to like 10 years ago now. At least I think. I might be wrong. This might be different paint. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this paint is like 10 years old. And it looks pretty good still, not gonna lie. But I'm basically just like, oh wow, yes, I like how that's highlighting his eyes. It's almost just like mud in the holes, in the eye holes. Let's do the outline. Oh, that's way too dark. It's okay, I can fix this. I'm just gonna get a paper towel and just try and wipe some off. You know what? This is actually kind of working. Wow. That's looking pretty sick already. I'm liking this actually. And then we're gonna break out the old airbrush again, but this time we're using black. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a piece of paper. That way I don't get my desk all painted on. I mean, it's already pretty painted on, but I don't want it more painted on. Just a little bit of black on the outside to kind of like give it a little bit of shadow. Mask up. So I need to go in with an X-Acto knife, just kind of like, yeah, like scrape it off. Just really get in there. Just scrape it off, you know? Just really destroy all the hard work, you know? I think this is what I get for saying that. Actually, mine still looks. This still looks pretty good. Just really distress this mask. Yeah, like someone just scratched at him, and like this is what like protected his face, you know? I'm gonna go in and replace some of that black. Yeah, looking pretty creepy. Then we have to go in with some masking tape. I feel like I should do this after he dries, actually. So I'm gonna let this dry for a second, and then I'm gonna mask it off so that I can put the red part. Now that the paint dried, we're gonna go ahead and mask it off a little bit right here on his eyebrow, like right below it. Let me do another one. Kind of like right here. I guess this would be up a little bit more. Yeah, that looks about right. And then there was the red kind of like spots underneath his face right here. That's more like at this angle. Okay, we got all that masked off. And then they got a little bit of liquid latex. And then they got a little bit of, oh my gosh, I put way too much. Then they got a little bit of liquid latex, and they kind of like painted just a little spot. From what I understand, this will make it so that the red won't go on these parts of the liquid latex. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I could probably also get the same effect by scratching it out, so if you don't have liquid latex, I wouldn't worry about it. Let the latex dry for a sec. Now that the latex is dry, I'm gonna go in and paint it again with the airbrush. And I'm gonna use this beautiful red. It's very pretty. It's almost like a, I don't wanna say a blood red, but it looks very good. It looks very vibrant. That's what I look for in a red. Okay, here we go. Fill those parts in. While the paint is still a little bit wet, I'm gonna peel the masking tape off. Okay. Interesting. It's a little bit derp. I don't know, I think I can put a little bit more red in there. And also, this part right here is a little bit low, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna make these just maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, masked off, and we're gonna try, masked off, masked off, wow. I masked it off, and now it's time to try again. There we go. Let's see if that did the trick this time. Ooh. So far, yeah, kind of liking that. I think this side needs to be a little bit bigger. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm digging this. This eye is a little bit high, but you know what? This still looks sick. Maybe just go in and kind of like, you know, just scrape it off. Yeah, and I think we are about done. This looks awesome. Let's try it on. Wow, I'm actually really impressed with how this turned out. Like, it actually kind of looks like Jason's hockey mask. Like, with all the scratches and wow, I'm impressed. Anyway, just gonna go ahead and yeah, what do you guys think? I like it. Good job, me. Wow. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, guys, going on to a little bit more complicated one. We're gonna do the Joker. This one, well, I guess it's not technically the Joker. It says Happy Clown. Yeah, copyright infringement much? You know what? It's fine. The Jason one was actually just a hockey mask. Anyway, so we're gonna be painting this to look like the Joker. I kind of wish I could cut the nose off, but I don't think that's gonna be possible without having a giant gash in it. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep that. But the first thing I'm gonna do, because they did it in the video, is paint the face completely white. We're starting completely over from scratch. And to paint it white, I'm actually using this premium chalky paint. I'm hoping this kind of gives him that complexion, because afterwards, I have to completely paint his complexion back on. So that'll be fun. Yes, just completely cover his face back up in this white paint. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm gonna recreate that makeup, because that actually looks pretty good now that I see that there's literally no detail on this. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll get to painting it. So now we have to bring this clown back to life. So I'm gonna use this sand colored paint for kind of a skin tone, and I'm just gonna go all over and spray his face down. Not looking bad. That actually kind of looks like real skin tone a little bit too. Oh, I missed a little part on the top. But I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then we're gonna work on his teeth. It looks like I'm gonna be your dentist today, sir. Before I do that, I actually added just a little bit of red in the sand colored paint to give it a little bit more of a lifelike kind of skin tone. He was looking a little bit pale there, so I just kind of wanted to give him a little bit color on his cheeks before I started painting all the white on. So now we're going to be working on this guy's teeth. They used silly putty to kind of like, oh gosh, I haven't held silly putty in probably years. I think it's probably been 10 years since I've even touched silly putty. Weird experience, I don't like it. But it looks like they just put it right over his lips. That way, when they go to spray it, it won't get on the lips. It'll just get on the teeth. And that's the goal that we're going for. I'm using my X-Acto knife to kind of really push it into the crevices so that I just get his teeth. And then it looks like they used a very yellowy white for the teeth. This would almost be perfect. Well, I mean, it's not perfect at all. But, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of white. A little bit of this bright yellow. I don't know if this is the proper way to do this or not. I'm not sure what the best way to mix them is. I'm mixing it right inside of this little bowl that it comes with. Oh gosh. Oh no! Oh, I got it on my mask. That is not what I wanted to do. Maybe the tiniest bit of red, just to sort of give it the littlest tinge of like brown in his teeth. Oh God. Oh, this man needs dental work done ASAP. That's not the color I was going for. Can I fix this? I don't think I'll be able to fix this if I'm being honest. More yellow? I was just trying to make it a tinge of brown. Maybe I should have added brown. Here we go. Let's try this. I think I failed on the mission a little bit. Maybe I should just go for yellow. Oh gosh, I forgot to put the cap back on. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Scary Clown Man. How could I do this to you? Maybe this time. I'll start off with white. And then I'll add the yellow afterwards. This kind of has that like Thousand Island color, like stuck in your teeth. I think this is more of what we're going for instead of that bright yellow. So I think that ought to do it. I kind of like this yellow tint to his teeth. I like it. Good enough. Now we're going to carefully remove the silly putty. Okay. Oh, wow. That turned out pretty decent, actually. Got a little bit of mustard there on your chin there, buddy. And then it looks like they just kind of went in with the acrylic paint and just started, like, brushing it onto his teeth. Oh, I think I messed up. Oh, I'm so confused. Let me go in with just a little bit of black. And he kind of, like, outlined the outside of his teeth. And then just kind of use your finger to mess up the teeth like that. I don't know what the heck this does. I don't think it looks very good personally. I guess this is just how he blends it. Yikes. His teeth look pretty freaking gross. And just kind of like rub it in. And I'm gonna put some black kind of to shade it to show that this is the back of the mouth and you can't really see back here, so this is gonna be nice and dark black. If I can even do that. It's all just starting to turn gray now. Yeah, teeth look okay. I'm not super proud of them, but now we're going to go on to the face paint. I'm gonna go in with our chalk paint just to give it kind of like that chalky look. But just kind of like half-ass brush it on, like barely even try, you know, because it's like coming off. And also, I just did this. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and put some putty inside of his teeth. That way, when I airbrush the Joker's smile, it doesn't, you know, get all up in his teeth. Yeah, that looks about good. Now to give him his smile. You wanna know how he got these scars? Oh God. There's no room for me to do this. Now to give him his smile. You wanna know how he got these scars? Got a little bit crooked here. Maybe I should fill out the cheek a little bit. Okay, yeah, looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna try and remove the silly putty. Oh my goodness. This makes me a little nervous. I hope I don't mess up what I just did. Oh! That looks pretty sick. I see like a part where I missed, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a paintbrush. Just kind of try and spread the acrylic paint right where I missed it. Just a little touch up. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm gonna fill in the shading on his eyes. I feel like this is gonna be a little bit harder than I anticipated because there's a lot of like detail just in the hair, and I have to like be careful not to paint into his head. I guess I'm gonna use green, just acrylic paint. I'm gonna try mixing this with this. Boopity boop. And hopefully I should get a green that I like. I mean, that's not bad. It's a little dark, but you know, that's okay. I kind of want to start his hair off with like a brown. Then I'll try and kind of paint the green on top of it. Then I'm going to try to do sort of like a gradient with the green so that it goes from kind of like this brown color to a green color. And then I kind of want to go in and add some highlights to this to really make the hair sort of like pop out in some places. Wow. I'm really happy with how this turned out so far. Now I just have to paint his red nose on, and I'm done. I should have probably did that when I did his lips, but I kind of want to hand paint this anyway, because it's kind of delicate. Well, I guess not delicate. I kind of wanted to hand paint this anyway, so not a big deal. The final touch, the bright red nose. Can't be a clown without your bright red nose, am I right? Yeah, so I'm pretty impressed with how this one turned out too. It looks like a legitly painted Halloween mask. The skin looks very realistic. I chose a really good color for that. And the teeth. Oh, look at those teeth. Anyway, let's try it on. This is pretty scary looking. Whoa. Anyway, let's go on to the last one. Okay guys, and this is going to be the most difficult one to paint. And the reason I say that is because it has all these little like glowy things. I mean, they barely really glow, but they have all these like line things. It hooks up to a battery and then it glows in the dark, and I have to somehow not paint over these. That's gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna mask it off first, and hopefully that'll be good enough. They used like a clay to kind of help things not get painted on, so I might do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this blue clay that I have. Yeah, just wrap it around. I don't know. I'm not getting a good feeling from this, so maybe just like I'm just going in on it. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and mask it down the middle. And make it so that it's like a half pink, half blue bunny, because, you know, that's my aesthetic. I'll start off with the pink side first. And then I'll go over to the blue. Yeah, that ought to do it. I'm just gonna completely paint this side pink, and then afterwards I'm gonna completely paint the side blue. Time to take off the tape, and hopefully this line is straight. I mean, it got a little messed up right there, but besides that, pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and mask off this side. I'm gonna do a little bit better of a job this time. That way, you know, that way we don't have this problem again. It also feels like it's slightly off. It's kind of cool though, but, do I want it exactly in the middle? I probably should. So, actually I'm gonna do it right here. And then I'll fill in the rest of the pink with a brush, or I'll do it afterwards when I have to go touch it up. And now we paint the other side blue. Okay. Hopefully this turned out nice and clean. You know what? I'm not mad at the white stripe going down it. It kind of looks cool. I might paint it to be black though, and then, I don't know. This looks pretty, actually, not upset with this. I think I'm gonna give it some contrasting eyeshadow, so I'm gonna put some blue on here. I think I'm gonna give it some contrasting eyeshadow, so maybe some blue on this side, pink on this side. I wish I didn't clean out my airbrush already. Dude, I'm so tired. Like, I've been up since 9 a.m. It's almost midnight. While I have the blue in my airbrush, I might as well also do the ears. I'm gonna use the silly putty method that they used earlier. I really like this method a lot. Really clever. I wouldn't have thought of that. Well, I guess maybe, but they really know what they're doing here. Who knew that silly putty would be such a good airbrush tool? Probably a lot of people. I'm really new to airbrushing. Now we're gonna fill this in with blue. Okay, now I'm hoping that this line is clean. Oh, that's pretty clean. It's close enough. Now we gotta work on his teeth. I don't know anyone who has pink and blue teeth. We're just gonna use the old silly putty method. And just, you know, put it right around there. Get it on everything but his teeth. I'm gonna use this paintbrush to kind of push the silly putty down. But yeah, that should just about do it. Okay guys, now for the final touch on this, I'm gonna put a little bit of black on the inside of his eye just to kind of like help shade it a little bit. And that ought to do it. Okay, now it's time for us to try it on. Wow, originally the white line was an accident, but it looks legit, like, because rabbits usually have, like, the white line going down. It also kind of looks like Mr. Beast a little bit. Oh, maybe from this side better. Yeah, that looks like him. There we go. This is his other channel. What is it, Mr. Beast Gaming? I forget. Fantastic job. Oh, God, I just stubbed my toe. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Each one of these took me around like an hour or two to paint, and I didn't spend like a crazy amount of time on them. And this was my first experience using an airbrush, so that was interesting. Anyway, lots of fun, highly recommend it. If you guys decide to try it, tag me in it somewhere. Instagram, I don't know. At Robby Epic Sauce on everything. Anyway.